Hello everybody, welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Oliver.
And today, we're going to be talking about Medal of Honor recipients.
Yeah. This is a super special show for us. We're both big supporters of the military. We both like history of the military and all that kind of stuff. And, you know what I mean, figured we'd take a little detour from our normal show and throw some love to.
I mean, these stories, when you get into them, are just...
They're unbelievable.
Mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
Because, personally, I'm too big of a pussy to join the military. To be a part of that, what it takes to be in the military. Mm-hmm. Reading these stories to the people who receive these Medal of Honors.
You talk about, like, brave and selfless and just...
everything.
You know, duty-bound, and it's just...
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's...
a brotherhood, like they do anything for anything.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. I mean, you know, that goes for the whole military in my mind. But these people that have won this medal, the stuff that they do, it's like you're reading a script from a movie. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
It's that they're like, you know what I mean? Like it's...
And these are real people, though.
Yeah.
You know, that official, documented, like...
Yeah.
And every one of these deserve the Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
By far.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
But
so surprisingly enough, there's only been 3,512 Medal of Honors awarded.
Okay.
Since they started giving them out in 1862.
I think something like that.
I think it was something like that. Yeah, back in the 1800s. So I mean, you know, over that span of time, there's only been, you know, just over 3,500 of them.
Yeah.
Of that, there have been a total of 3,943 total recipients.
Oh, nice.
There have been 19 people who have gotten 2 of them.
Wow.
Which, to get 1 is crazy.
Yeah.
But there have been 19 people that have been double recipients.
And I can't wait to come across their stories when we do. Because we're going to slowly honor a person each in our history show.
Yep.
We're going to carry it over to our history show.
Yep.
Because it's more fitting over there, but I mean, it's fitting no matter what. But
yeah, they're too good not to go over them.
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
And so what's even crazier is out of that 19 who have won 2, 14 of them were for separate actions at separate times.
Oh.
And 5 of them were cases in which the Army and the Navy's Medal of Honor were awarded for the same action. So, I mean, that's 14 people got this thing twice. For different things. Yeah. Like, it's like you do... It blows my mind because you do something that's so over the top to get one of these medals.
Right.
And then you do it again.
Right.
In a totally different way. Holy moly.
And like when those stories come up, when we do those,
oh my god,
that's
gonna be. We're gonna have to do a whole separate show just for
on
those
the double.
ones.
Yeah.
Just on the doubles.
Yeah.
That's.
So we're gonna go to James Zemer Jr., World War II, U.S. Army Air Corps, on June 16th, 1943. Major Zemer volunteered as a pilot of a bomber on an important photographic mapping mission covering the formidable defended area of the vicinity of Buku, Solomon Islands.
Yep, Solomon Islands.
Sorry, when it comes to these
pronunciations.
Oh, we're gonna doom those.
We're the worst.
But you'll get the story.
We're literally the worst.
While photographing Buku Air Drone, his crew observed about 20 enemy fighters on the field, many of them taking off. Despite the certainty of the dangerous attack by the strong force, Major Zemer proceeded with his mapping run. So he sees trouble ahead. Mm-hmm. He says,
and then just screw it. I'm gonna keep going.
Keep going. So the attack begun. So in the ensuing engagement, Major Zemer sustained gunshot wounds in both arms and legs, one leg being broken. Despite his injuries, he maneuvered the damaged plane so skillfully that his gunners were able to fight off enemies during running flight, which lasted 40 minutes. The crew destroyed at least 5 hostiles off the enemy during a running flight, which lasted 40 minutes. Ziemer himself shot down 1. So he was able to shoot down 1 with all these injuries while flying a plane.
While flying the plane. So he shot down a plane full of bullets.
Full of bullets.
While also flying another plane.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Although weak from loss of blood, he refused medical aid in the enemy combat. When he turned over the controls, but continued to exercise command despite lapse of his unconsciousness, and directed the flight into the base 580 miles away. In his voluntary actions, Major Ziemer, with superb skill, resolution, and courage, accomplished a mission of great value.
That's crazy.
So he just originally went up there to map out.
Right, to take some pictures.
He
went to take some pictures. And then he got full of bullets and they shot down planes and...
Yeah.
And still finished the mission. That's ridiculous.
Come on.
It's movie stuff. Like, if this didn't come from, like, the military, I'd be like, you're foolish.
And that's the thing is, like, he saw it. He knew it was coming.
And he said, screw it, I'm doing it anyways.
We have to get the map down so our people know what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. J. Ziemer Jr.
Well, hey. Cheers to you,
Ziemer.
Major Ziemer.
James Ziemer.
Cheers to James. Guy's badass. 100%.
Yes.
All right. My first one, I got Lieutenant Colonel Stanley T. Adams, U.S. Army. And this one was from the Korean War. So in late January 1951, the 8th Army, of which Adams' unit was a part, launched a counteroffensive against Chinese forces. 2 hours into the battle, at 1 in the morning on February 4th, Adams' forward position was attacked by about 250 soldiers. So not only does your platoon get attacked, it's 1 in the morning. So it's dark, you don't know where you are in the first place. So after 45 minutes under intense machine gun and mortar fire, the platoon withdrew to the main company position. So they were forced to back up. Seeing that the opposing force could only be routed by close quarter fighting, Adams led 13 men from his platoon in a bayonet charge against approximately 150 enemy soldiers.
Wow.
So knowing that they couldn't like outshoot these guys because they were getting screwed by mortar shells and grenades and machine guns and stuff, he was like, well, screw it. Let's run at him with bayonets, which is just a knife attached to a gun. That's like World War I stuff.
Right.
It's nuts. Okay, so he continued to fight so he charged with him against 150 people.
Right.
Him and 13 dudes were like, screw it. Let's just go for it.
We got this.
It's crazy. So he continued to fight in hand-to-hand combat for nearly an hour.
Wow.
Despite being shot in the leg and getting knocked off his feet 4 times by grenades. Yeah.
So like, boom.
Whoosh, back, get up, fight, boom, fall down, get up, fight. You ever been in a fight?
Yes.
You ever been in a fight?
Mm-hmm.
How long did it last? Like a minute?
Under a minute.
Under a minute, yeah. Like, that's same here. Yeah. Like, I've been in a few, and they're
quick.
30 seconds, and you are winded.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
You're winded. And you're not fighting to the death either. You know what I mean? Like, it's
over.
Guns and with bayonets and stuff. These dudes were fighting for almost an hour, getting blown up by 4 grenades. 4 grenades.
Right.
And none of them killed him. 4 grenades. Okay, so despite being shot in the legs and knocked off his feet 4 times by grenades until the hostile forces began to retreat. When orders came for his platoon to withdraw, he stayed behind to provide covering fire. Adams was subsequently promoted to Master Sergeant and awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions during the battle. The medal was formally presented to him by President Truman in 1951.
Wow. See what I'm saying?
13 dudes with bayonets took on 150 guys.
Yeah.
1 made the other guys retreat that weren't dead yet.
Yeah.
And then he stayed there while his boys went back and provided cover fire. And he lived.
Right.
And he lived.
Now, that's the one thing I noticed reading these stories is whatever platoon or group they're in, they look out for each other.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always like, no, you go.
Yep.
I got, or,
Yep.
Wow.
It's unreal. The fact that he got knocked off his feet by four different grenades is unbelievable to me. People are lucky enough to survive one.
Yeah.
This guy survived 4 of them.
And their grenade's a grenade.
Right, it's a grenade.
I mean, the shrapnel,
Yeah.
Oh my God. And he was shot
in the leg. Got shot in the leg. And he got shot in the leg.
See? Well deserved. Well deserved.
Fight off 150 on 13.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're shot in the leg. Hey, how bad though? I mean, suck it, guys, because, we won. But how embarrassed were those 150 dudes?
Right.
They couldn't take out 13 people with bayonets?
Right.
You suck.
Yeah.
We won.
For sure.
Go home.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go to Fred W. Zabkowski.
Zabkowski.
I'm going to go Zabkowski.
All right. We'll go with that.
Vietnam War, U.S. Army. So the U.S. distinguished itself while serving as an assistant team leader of a 9-man Special Forces long-range reconnaissance patrol.
Okay.
I like that word.
Reconnaissance.
Zabkowski Patrol was operating deep within the enemy-controlled territory in Laos when they were attacked by numerically superior North Vietnamese army unit. Zabkowski rallied his team members, deployed them into defensive positions, and exposing himself to concentrate enemy automatic weapons fire. So he threw himself out there.
Yeah.
So his boys could...
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Oh my God, these guys are crazy. Ordered his patrol landing zone for helicopter extraction while he was covered with rifles and grenades. As the rescue helicopters arrived, they determined the North Vietnamese pressed their attack. Zabkowski repeatedly exposed himself to their fire to adjust suppressive helicopter gunship fire around the landing zone. After boarding one of the rescue helicopters, he positioned himself in the door, delivering fire on the enemies as the ship took off. The helicopter was engulfed and hailed in bullets. Zabkowski was thrown from the craft as it spun out of control and crashed. Recovering consciousness, he ignored his extreme painful injuries and moved the flaming wreckage. Heedless of danger and exploding ordnance and fuel, he pulled the severely wounded pilot from the searing blaze and made repeat attempts to rescue his patrol members, but was driven back by the intense heat. Despite his serious burns and crushed ribs, he carried and dragged the unconscious pilot through a certain of enemies and fired within 10 feet of hovering the rescue helicopter before collapsing. Zabkowski's extraordinary heroism and devotion to duty were in keeping with the highest traditions of the military service.
So, outnumbered. Got his team to exfil.
Yep.
Into the helicopter. Helicopter gets shot down. So then he gets on the gun.
Yep. Starts firing.
Helicopter gets shot at.
Yep.
Helicopter crashes. Mm-hmm. So not only did he... So he survived through enemy gunfire at first to get to the helicopter.
A lot in Laos too.
Right. So like in the jungle.
Yeah.
Got to the helicopter. Mm-hmm. Got in the helicopter, started shooting.
Yep.
Helicopter gets shot down.
Yep.
Survives a helicopter crash. Crash sets on fire.
Yep.
Runs into the burning helicopter.
Yep.
With crushed ribs. Carries out the pilot. Tries to go back.
Yep.
To get the rest of his boys, but just physically can't because it's too hot.
Yep.
And then carries the pilot to another helicopter. And then passes out.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, dude. See, so
I know my reading didn't give it justice, but
what gets me about humans in general, right, is that, people always talk about that drive to survive.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That part of the human brain or body or whatever that just takes over.
Yeah.
It's that natural instinct when the adrenaline goes and you just do. You know what I mean? But
there's no thinking.
Because you think right now, if I crushed your ribs right now, could you carry me back to my house? No way. No way.
Have you ever broken a rib?
Yeah, I fractured one, like, just in the most minute way, like like a even less than like a hairline fracture. You know what I mean? It was like an almost fracture.
I broke one.
It's awful. It's literally awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. And I didn't even. Mine was barely more than a bruise.
I broke my own rib. Do you believe this? I'm not even kidding you. I was playing basketball. I was running like this. And I ran into someone, and my arm
broke your own rib?
Broke my own rib. And I was like, oh, damn. And, dude, I'm telling you. Now, I couldn't even breathe, sneeze, laugh, talk. It just hurt that much.
Right.
For me to carry someone
who's unconscious, so it's like it's dead weight.
And everyone's going to be bigger than me.
Right. Through the jungle.
Through a jungle with guns and
getting shot at. Probably still. Burned. That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But I've never been.
Did he live?
Huh?
Did he live?
He lived, yes.
He lived through that?
Jesus. So I've never been in a situation like that.
Right.
So maybe, you never know.
Yeah.
With one of us having a broken rib or a leg or something, or shot, maybe we would.
Well, I'm telling you, like the other guy that I just shot, I'm not fighting off 115 Chinese soldiers.
That's impossible
with a gunshot wound in my leg. I promise you, I'm not. It's good.
Yeah.
These people,
or even this,
these aren't regular people, right? Or the guy in the plane.
The plane,
full of bullets.
And he got shot in the leg and the arm, and he still flew a plane.
You know what gets me about that guy is he was flying the plane and he shot down a plane on his own while flying the plane.
Right.
While full of bullets.
And he just went up there to take pictures.
This guy survives, you know what I mean? Like a sure massacre when he's outnumbered, and then survives a helicopter crash. It's crazy.
Oh,
it's unbelievable. It's
well-deserved medal.
Well-deserved medal. 100%. That's these guys are nuts. Okay. So for my next one, I'm going to move to Major Kenneth D. Bailey, U.S. Marine Corps, World War II. So he was the commanding officer of Company C, 1st Marine Raider Battalion, in Guadalcanal, Solomon Islands. Nice. So September 12th and 13th, 1942, following a night of they had a massive engagement the night before. Yep. So that huge battle, right? Now they're protecting the supply line from where they are to this airport.
Right.
So it's hugely, hugely important. And like I said, they had just finished with a huge engagement.
Right. Thinking everything's up.
Yeah. So they got, these guys to retreat. They're just getting set up. 1 hour after they got set back up and assigned a new position, their right flank got threatened by an enemy that came through a gap in the main line of protection. So they kind of like snuck in there on his right side. In addition to repulsing this threat, while steadily improving his own desperately held position. So like they got in on him and flanked him.
So they're like,
from the right.
Shit.
So like they're screwed. So they're barely holding on. He used every weapon at his command to cover the forced withdrawal of the main line before a hammering assault by superior enemy forces. After rendering invaluable service to the battalion commander in stemming the retreat and recognizing the troops and extending the reserve position to the left, Major Bailey, despite a severe head wound, repeatedly led his troops in fierce hand-to-hand combat for a period of 10 hours.
So 10 hours.
So they're in it. Not straight, but it's, retreat, bring your guys back, save them, boom, fight, hand-to-hand, just...
never ending.
10 hours. 10 hours.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's unbelievable to me. So they're holding this position while retreating, and he's in there making sure his guys get out.
Yeah. See, once again.
Oh my God, for 10 hours. So his great personal valor while exposed to constant and merciless enemy fire, and his indomitable fighting spirit inspired his troops to heights of heroic endeavor, which enabled them to repulse the enemy and hold Henderson Field.
Wow.
So in the end, after having to back up, regroup, he let them back in, and they won, and they took the field back. Wow. Unfortunately, he gallantly gave his life in the service of his country.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And, so certain things you listen to, right? You know, when I hear these stories, I can visualize all this stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just a clear visualization of what is going on.
It's nuts.
You know,
I try to picture it in my head, and it's like, oh my God.
They really did this?
Oh my God.
I know.
Half the field.
Yeah.
Half the field. I gave him the field. There you go.
Yeah.
So, let's go, boys. Back it up.
Oh my God. Happened on my birthday.
Yeah.
September 13th.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just, after a whole night of fighting, and you get snuck up on and flanked.
Yeah.
And then, 10 hours.
10 hours.
A 10-hour battle, dude. That's...
And like you said, how long's a fight last?
30 seconds.
We're talking a whole night. Hey guys, ouch.
An hour later. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
All right, so we're going to go to Sergeant Marvin R. Young. All Vietnam right. War, U.S. Army. Young distinguished himself at the cost of his life while serving as a squad leader with Company C, while conducting a reconnaissance mission in the vicinity of Ben Q. Company C was suddenly engaged by an estimated regimental size force of the North Vietnamese Army. During the initial volley of fire, the point element on the first platoon was pinned down, sustaining several casualties, and the acting platoon leader was killed. Young unhesitatingly assumed command of the platoon and immediately began to organize and deploy his men into defense position in order to repel the attacking force.
So they're in this fight.
Yep.
Commanding officer was killed. So he steps up and is like, let's go. This is what we got to do.
Yep.
Taking over.
Crazy. They were attacked, and Young put his platoon. He moved from position to position, encouraging and directing fire to the hostile insurgents while exposing himself to the hail of enemy bullets. So again, he's out there distracting people so his people can
get set up.
After receiving orders to withdraw to a better defensive position, he remained behind to provide covering fire and for the withdrawal. Observing that the small element at the point squad was unable to extract itself from its position and completely disregarded his personal safety, Sergeant Young began moving toward the position, firing as he maneuvered. When halfway to the position, he sustained a critical head injury, yet he continued his mission and ordered the element to withdraw. Remaining with his squad as he fought his way to the rear, he was twice seriously wounded in the arm and leg. Although his leg was badly shattered, Sergeant Young refused assistance that would have slowed and retreat of his comrades, and he ordered them to continue to withdraw while he provided protective covering service. With indomitable courage and heroic self-sacrifice, he continued his self-assigned mission until the enemy force engulfed in his position.
Wow.
So he just laid it out on the line.
So, to recap that, squad leader gets killed.
Yep.
He assumes the role, right? Commanding officer.
Just takes over.
Gets his people all set up, tries to get them organized.
Yep.
Provides covering fire.
Yep.
While doing so, gets orders to retreat.
He says no.
Well, they start going.
Yep. He's like, go,
But there's this other portion of his guys over there.
Yep.
Essentially, that couldn't get the message to get out.
Still, right.
So he takes off, goes to get them, tells them to retreat. And he's full of bullets.
Head injury,
leg,
bullets.
Arm.
Yeah.
He's all screwed up. And instead of having them help, because it would slow them down, he says, no, you go, I'll stay.
Yes.
Post up on a tree or something until they get him.
And so his other people that didn't get the message got the message.
And got out.
Yeah.
Jesus. Man. Unreal, man.
I mean...
These guys,
Yeah.
It's.
But I mean, it's just like you said. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
And it's just. I mean, it's well deserved. Again, all these are well deserved. But I mean,
yeah.
To actually, to read it and hear it and just know that it's not a movie. That was real life.
It's funny, everybody knows what the Medal of Honor is. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's, the highest military award. It's given for, extreme valor and courage and all that stuff. Everybody knows what it means.
Yeah.
You don't really think, though, what these guys had to go through for that medal.
Right.
Not that they were doing it for the medal, but...
Right.
I mean... 3,500 guys.
Yeah.
And one woman have gotten this friggin' thing. And they all went through stuff like that.
Right. And it wasn't just, like you said, they don't go into it thinking about it.
Right.
They just do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%.
Oh.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Crazy.
So this one got me pretty good.
Yeah.
This one got me pretty good here. This one's nuts. Second Lieutenant Beaufort T. Anderson.
Love the name.
Yep. U.S. Army, World War II. This one's crazy. So he displayed gallantry above and beyond the call of duty. When a powerfully conducted pre-dawn Japanese counterattack struck his unit's flank, he ordered his men to take cover in an old tomb.
Right.
All right. So they got flanked by lots of guys. So he told his men to take cover in an old tomb. And then, armed with only a carbine, which is just a rifle, he went out and faced the onslaught alone.
Whoa.
So he sent all his guys to go retreat.
Be
and
safe.
He turned around, and he's got one rifle with him, right?
Wow.
Dude, listen to this. After emptying one magazine at point-blank range into screaming attackers, he seized an enemy mortar dud and threw it back among the charging Japanese soldiers, killing several with the blast.
Wow.
So he took a mortar shell that landed. That didn't go off, though.
Yeah.
And then he took it back and threw it at these guys, and it blew up. So it didn't nail him.
Right.
So he picks it up and throws the damn thing into a crowd of screaming Japanese that are running at him. Okay, so.
Instinct.
Right. He secured a box of mortar shells and extracted the safety pins from all of them. He would bang the base upon a rock to arm them, and he proceeded to alternately throw the shells and fire his piece among the fanatical foes. So he's pulling the pins, arming these things, these mortar shells that are, supposed to boom. No, he's bam on a rock and throwing them at these guys that are chasing by himself. So,
My God.
So he kept doing this until finally forcing them to withdraw. Despite the protests of his comrades and bleeding profusely from a severe shrapnel wound, he made his way to his company commander to report the action. Anderson's intrepid conduct in the face of overwhelming odds accounted for 25 enemy kills and several machine gun and knee mortars destroyed, thus single-handedly removing a serious threat to the company's flank.
A one-man army.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Dude, you're just picking up mortars, shells out of a box,
And just
slamming it on a rock, and throwing it at people?
So he just took out the middleman.
Yeah.
He just was
right. Yeah, because he didn't have the thing. He only had the shells.
Right.
Well, you talk about like some G.I. Joe,
right,
real life kind of stuff, man. Like that's like comic book stuff.
I can't. He's like, go, don't you want to, you're in that, you're like, no, I'm going to go out and help him, or like,
it's nuts.
I don't even, I wouldn't know what to think in any of those scenarios.
Dude, it's just the fact that he's arming these mortar rounds on rocks. And
couldn't they potentially go off?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know?
It's nuts.
Wow.
It's nuts to me. It's nuts.
Crazy.
By himself. Yeah, so and it's like when he first, like came out, he said he emptied the whole magazine at point blank range. So they were here.
So he's
bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
And then that mortar doesn't go off. And he throws it back.
That's what was yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
movie shit.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
So yeah, those are just a couple
Right. That was 6
Um,
out of 3,512.
of many other stories that we're gonna take over to our history show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely look for those at the end of our history show. We're still going to do, our little tidbits of history, but we're also going to include one of these stories each.
Yeah, we have
at
to.
the end of every history show until we get to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone in the military.
Yes.
No matter what branch you're in.
Big shout out to you guys.
We appreciate it. I do have a couple shout outs here.
All right, sweet.
My friend Amanda. She does custom jewelry.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
M Candy's Boutique on Facebook. She does necklaces, bracelets, earrings, rings.
Nice.
She does it all. She's got this really cool piece. It's a necklace, but it's got 3 circles.
Okay.
So you can, if you have a family, you can get each stone.
Oh, that's cool.
Or like a, girlfriend, or however.
Yeah.
To me, that was a cool one.
Yeah.
Because you can just do a lot with it, and she does all custom. So no matter what you want, she can do.
That's cool.
So M Candy's Boutique on Facebook. I'll put the link down below.
Sweet.
Check it out. She's got a lot of cool stuff. And my friend Robin, she works at JD's Barbershop.
Oh, hey now.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to touch up soon.
We need.
Dude, mine ain't growing back right, bro.
We need barbers. JD's Barbershop, 4329 Buffalo Road, North Chili. It's a family and friendly, locally owned barbershop. You can do all your appointments on Facebook. That's how
Sweet.
you got to do it now. The cool thing, in all the reviews, 5-star reviews.
Nice.
So and she does really good, our fades and our.
I mean, I need a new barber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's the one to see. And what's cool is if you go in and you mention One Drink Podcast, you will get $2 off your haircut.
Hell yeah, see?
So be that person to go in and be just One Drink Podcast.
Yep.
That would be sweet.
That would be awesome.
So yes, Robin, JD's Barbershop, Buffalo Road, North Chili.
Yeah, $2 off.
$2 off.
One Drink Podcast.
Do it.
Woo-hoo. Go see her. Get a cheaper cut.
Yeah.
I like it.
And she's really good.
Sweet. Might have to go check her out. I wonder if I mention One Drink Podcast if she'll give me a discount too. Do I get the $2 off too?
She'll be like
prices and participation may vary.
You're the host of the show, right?
I'm like, it's my show. It's called Me and Matt.
Right.
Matt and I, buddies, partners, co-hosts.
Yeah.
She'll be like, no.
Nice
Get a
try,
regular
though.
price one? She'll be like, no, I'm booked today. Damn it.
Yep. Just mention One Drink Podcast.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, don't forget to check out our history show every Monday and our full-length show every Wednesday. We appreciate all the love and the support.
Yeah.
Again, big shout out to the military.
Yes.
And everything that they've done for us, past, present, and future. Mm-hmm. We appreciate it all. And until next time, guys. Cheers.
See ya.
Greetings, gladiators. This is Alex. I just wanted to say thank you for supporting One Drink Podcast. They are a couple of friends of mine that are supporting me, and they help me sell my monoprints. These are my monoprints. I make all these to be unique. They are all one of one, so when I print them, I make sure my graphics are laid down in different spots every time. And these thick hoodies all get the headpiece, so that's pretty cool, I think. Cheers to that. Also, I just wanted to let you know there is a discount code for you guys, One Drink. If you punch that in as you're checking out, you get 15% off. So I will see you soon, and thanks again for the love. Peace.
so tight as we walk through the night with a free state of mind. Everything is alright, yeah. When I communicate to you, I speak of honesty and truth. And these are traits that you taught me, because you called in me skin deep. Because you called in me skin deep. Because you called in me skin deep. Because you called in me skin deep.